You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
What's up, YouTube? It's Brandon with Third-Rate Duelists. I'm hanging out with you guys with my Branded Tearlament deck profile. So we went to the collector store regional today. I got top 8 with it, so pretty proud of how it performed. I don't think much has changed between this list and the other, but I'll kind of explain my matchups and things like that as we go. Ended up starting with a round 1 loss because we got there late, and then went out the rest of the day, so we had 7 rounds of Swiss. So then I went X1-1 because the one loss being late, and I ended up getting a tie against Eldritch round 6. What I played against today, round 1 was the loss. Round 2 I played the mirror match, Branded Tearlament, 2-0'd that guy. Round 3 I played against Therion Cyber Dragon, 2-0'd that guy too. Round 4 I played against Flunderies, 2-0'd Flunderies, and then so round 5, 6, and 7 was all Eldritch.
St. Louis, man.
Yeah. So I beat 2 of the Eldritch guys, 2-0'd 2 of them, and then the other one ended up as a guy I got the draw against. Really good match, really cool dude. So Joe, if you're watching this, thanks for being a cool opponent, and thanks for hanging out and BSing with me while I played. Let's go and get right into the profile.
All right.
Alright, so start things off. First we're going to show off the nice top 8 mat I got. I think this mat's really pretty. I actually really like it. It's super cool. It's really well made. It's got a lot of detail to it. Alright.
Decent card, too.
Yeah. Alright, so we're playing 3 Sheeran. This is the best one in my opinion. It's my favorite one. Be able to discard a card and mill 3 is really good. Just having this special summonable ability, because you want to normal summon a Luber to get to Branded Fusion, so this card is the best one because you don't have to normal summon it and it mills cards, which is good. 3 Merly, play 3 of it to max out on names. This one's probably my least favorite out of them, but you need to play 3 of it, just as I said, to max out on names, and then be able to special summon this off a kit to mill 8 is pretty good. 3 Havness. So while I do think this card's really good, inherently, I just don't think it's like super great against certain things, like Eldritch being one of them. I ended up siding the third one out against Eldritch quite a bit, but card's really good. And then 2 Reno Heart. So the only reason I'm playing 2 of this is because you want to be able to normal summon your Aluber, so that way you can just get to Branded Fusion. So 2 of it because of that, and then if you mill it, you have other names so you can be able to special summon it. And then 1 of the Continuous Trap. This card's super good. Usually I'll search this off of kit, even if I don't have another name in hand. Just that way I can just imperm something and then mill 5 and get something going that way, which is pretty good. I'm really happy with the Tearlament ratio. And I did get my 3rd field spell. Shout outs to Dennis. He got me all 3 of mine, didn't he? So, really good card. This card is just like one of the best cards in the whole deck, honestly. And anytime this card hit the field, my opponent had to answer it. And honestly, I understand why it's a problem card for the opponent, but forcing them to waste a resource just to answer this card because they don't want me to pop on their turn is meh, in my opinion. So it just really just redirected their focus to a card that wasn't as prominent on the field with my board presence as some of the other things I had. But really good. The 500 attack boost to all Fusion Summon monsters is really, really good. I really like this card. And then to kind of round off the Tearlament cards, I guess, I'm only playing 1 King of the Swamp, not playing any Polymerization to search off of it, because I'm not playing Guardian Chimera. I don't think that is too good right now. I understand that it allows to put pressure on the opponent and pop problem cards like back rows and things like that. But it's just the way I'm playing the deck, I don't think it's super necessary. The 1 King of the Swamp is really good because it's my other Fallen of Albaz. So being able to use Branded Fusion to make the Albion to make Dragoon, and then following turns you dump this with a Tearlament, so that way you can make the Lubellion to recycle your Fallen of Albaz. And now you've got this in graveyard as an Aqua to shuffle back for the Tearlaments, which is really, really good. So I didn't think more than 1 was necessary. And then to get into the branded cards, playing 3 Aluber, I feel like 3 of this is necessary. I saw it quite a bit today, which makes me kind of want to cut it down to 2, but this card is really good. Just being able to get the Branded Fusion is good. And then 3 Branded Fusion, and then 3 Branded Opening. So this is all I'm really playing for branded stuff. I'm not playing the field spell, I'm not playing any Tragedy. I feel like this is all that's really necessary, is the Aluber, the Fusion, and the Opening. because more than that, I feel like kind of hinders the Tearlament engine and doesn't give you as many flex spots for like hand traps and things like that I feel like are kind of necessary to the deck. Branded Fusion is a hell of a card. It is, like, the field spell is a good card. Like, it's kind of a toss-up between if this is the best card in my deck or if the field spell is. This card is just so good because I don't think Dragoon is really respected right now. And so, like, against 2 of the 3 Eldritch players I played against, the round 6 guy I got the draw against, I didn't get to make Dragoon against him. But the other 2, like, I just made Dragoon, they couldn't answer it. And then I had an Omni Negate and things like that, which is really, really good. I pretty much made Dragoon every time I played this card. I did make Lubellion and Mirror Jade a handful of times. But, as I said, like, you either make Dragoon and make an Omni Negate because you're going to get nibbed, which is something this deck doesn't have as an Omni Negate, or if you don't open any Tearlament cards and you need to get the Tearlament engine going, you just make Lubellion, dump the Tearlament name that you need, and then go from there. It's just really, really good. And then the protection from Branded Opening comes up every once in a while. And then the 1 Fallen of Albaz and the 1 Light Hex Seal to make Dragoon. I don't think more than one of this guy is necessary. I never found myself going, I need a second Fallen of Albaz, because I just never want to open this card. It did come up once where I just normal summoned it and then used the Super Poly effect, but meh, it was okay. Like, I don't feel like more than one of it's necessary. You're going to recycle everything with Lubellion. And then the last, like, one of I'm playing is I am playing the One-Shot All Beast. This card is really good. I wouldn't play anything other than Beast. I sent it off Foolish Burial once or twice, trying to draw some side cards, which is good. And then Me on Make Window came up quite a few times. Surprisingly, it wouldn't be a Brandon Baker deck unless I was playing some Shaddolls.
Yeah.
And then for hand traps, 3 Ash Blossom. I got some nice, pretty prismatics. So shout out to Austin for ordering these for me. And then 3 Imperm. So as far as hand traps go, I feel like these ones are necessary just because of how Tearlament is. Branded and Despia is just still so predominant in the format that Ash is almost necessary for Branded Fusion. And then the Imperm to hit like the Albion and the Lubellion is just like super good. And then another reason why Ash is really good is because if you can Ash Kit when they go to Mill 5, it literally can stop Tearlament dead in their tracks if they don't have any other follow-up other than that. So, like, once they're committing to that, it's just really good. Unless they chain block it, which then kind of sucks, but I've Ashed Kit once or twice today, which is pretty good. And then the Imperm was just good all day. It came up against Flundereese, came up against the Branded Mirror match. It did come up against Eldritch because I would set Imperm into like a column that a Floodgate was in. I would just Imperm the Golden Lord and then be able to play from there. It did get sided out games 2 and 3 for back row removal because then that was like the same purpose, but this card was really good. I also opting to play this because Ending Dweller against me, like if I only open the Imperm and I'm playing against Branded, or not Branded, I'm sorry, if I'm playing against Tearlament, I'm just gonna hold the Imperm and wait for the Dweller me, and I'm just gonna Imperm the Dweller and play from there. And then the last, like, I guess, going second or board breaking card is 3 Super Poly. This card was good all day long. Like, there was never an instance where I go, oh man, I drew Super Poly, this sucked. No, like, good against Eldritch, this card was good. Against Branded Tearlament, this card was good. Against Flundereese, this card was good. Against everything, this card was good. And anyone who's cutting this, I feel like is incorrect right now.
Garura is a card.
Garura is a card. And then Power, I guess Power are good one-ofs. The one Called by the Grave, because this card's really good. Terraforming to make 4 field spells. Foolish Burial, because it's either a draw card or another Tearlament, and Instant Fusion, all really good cards. And that does it for the main deck. Extra deck, I'm playing 2 kits. More than 2 never came up, I think 2 was good. And I am playing 2 of the Kaleido Heart. I feel like this is necessary, because most of the time you only need 1. But in the instances of like the grind game where like they out the first one, you can't use it for fusion material, so it's not like you can recycle it. So you just make the second one and keep pressure on the game state that way. Like, your opponent has to make awkward plays to answer this card a lot, especially if you have the continuous trap set. So this card's really good. Plus it's a fiend, so like it allowed me to play around. There can only be 1 today, which was good. The 1 Masquerade, this card was really good. Anytime I opened Branded Opening, I made this card, put a lot of pressure on people. They had to answer it in some way, shape, or form, or else they're just going to burn themselves to death. The 1 Albion, just, you know, it makes Dragoon. And then Lubellion to recycle stuff. And then, like, both these cards are just, like, super good. Because, like, you don't have to make Dragoon with these, or you don't have to make Mirror Jade with this. You just really just fusion summon anything. And, like, like people locals and stuff playing cherries, that card literally does not affect me in any way, shape, or form because of Lubellion. Because if they cherries the kit, then I just shuffle them back to make the Dracophelia, and then I make Tearlament plays from there. Right? Just Lubellion just makes it to where I don't care about cherries. And then the one Mirror Jade, the one Dragoon, the one Dracophelia. So the reason I wish I was playing more than one of this, I didn't have another one, but the second one didn't come up at all today, which was nice. I was able to recycle this using other ways, which was nice. So like, I would play 2 of this if I had a second one, and I would tell you what I would cut whenever I get there. And then the other Super Poly targets are Garura and the Mud Dragon. Both these came up today, both really good cards. Would not change. I would continue to play both these. These cards are just really, really good. And then I am playing the one Winda, because it's not Brandon unless I'm playing Winda. And then the one Invokes Caliga. I didn't make this at all today. Like, this card has come up in like niche situations, like against Riley and stuff in playtesting. But like in any kind of like tournament setting or anything I go to, like I never make this card because I'm only playing one King of the Swamp. Like, this card got made against me in the Branded Tearlament mirror match, and I just didn't care about Winda. I just super polyed it away, made a Dracophelia, and just went from there. So I don't think it's good enough in those instances to warrant playing. So I would cut this for the second Dracophelia, and then I am playing the one Millennium Eyes. This card, like the times where your hand is really good and you have instant fusion, you just play this to eat the hand trap, like the DD Crow or whatever interruption would be at a key choke point. And I made this a few times and it's just like super good. It's like instant fusion. They expect me to play kit, and I just make the Millennium Eyes, and they're just like, well, hell. Against Flunderies, I went first against him, and I instant fusioned the Millennium Eyes, and then he couldn't, what's the dude, shifter me, so really good. I would keep playing this. And then side deck is probably the weakest point of my deck today. So like literally none of these cards mattered today other than these 6. Like these 6 win in probably every game other than like the Therion Cyber Dragon deck. But these 6 cards were cited in almost every match. These are probably the best 6 cards in my side deck. These other 9 were crap. They didn't matter. But we'll go ahead and show them off because in theory they were good. 3 Nibiru, because no one's respecting Nib right now, and it's just really good, especially like with Imperm. It's probably one of the best combos you can have. And then 3 Droll, because I expected Drytron to be super big because Benton went to 3, but I didn't play against any Drytron. And then the last card is Dark Ruler No More. So in theory, the rest of this should have been good, but it didn't come up at all. So that does it for the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Pretty excited to make top 8 at St. Louis, which was a lot of fun. I had a really good time. Shout outs to Dennis and Austin and Gary and everyone for helping me play test the deck and come up with different avenues of play. And just let me know what you guys think. Later, YouTube.